And we're back Monday morning. Aga Winnicka, your relationship bestie here. Welcome to my live, my daily live that we are doing every day at 9 a.m. This is going to be until the end of the month because I'm going to go back to 8:30, just how I want it. So we don't have to wait and so we don't have to compete with other creators. And so you can watch it before you even reach the door of your job. If this is what you do, if you work 9 to 5, that's a perfect time to have a little live with me for 15 minutes before you punch in. Few announcements today because a lot of things happened over the weekend. Number one, I'm getting a lot of requests about the webinar that will be on March 1st at 10 a.m., which I highly recommend because it's free. You will learn all about everything that I'm teaching you for the past few weeks here on Lives about being a grown-up, showing up as a grown-up on your life and actually attract grown-up relationship with grown-up men. So that is what I'm going to be talking about on March 1st. And the sign-up list is already open. You are telling me you have no access, you have no link to it. So please either comment or DM me webinar so I will manually actually send it to you. So it's not going to be automation. There's no automation. I'm going to send you actually link physically. So if this was your idea of starting a conversation with me, it's a good idea. So yeah, email me, DM me, comment here below, and I personally will send you the sign up link so you will not miss out. On March 1st, we will be talking about how to show up as a grown-up, how to recognize grown-up men, and how to choose a grown-up relationship. So that's the announcement number one. Announcement number two, I cannot tell you how many of you have asked me if I already opened up my calendar for more one-on-one availability. As of right now, I am only doing weekends and I only have a waiting list for the weekends because I really do not have a capacity of bringing more clients on board right now. But stay tuned because we are shuffling stuff around, and in March I will open more times, more calendar spots. So a lot of you who is on waiting list will get an email from me to show you which new dates are available. And there's few clients that I'm ending up sessions with, so those will open as well. And of course, I want to see what the demand is for your one-on-one sessions, to see how many spots and when can I open them, because I'm fully aware that we have several time zones, that I'm serving people all over the world, and you're working and you have certain availability for yourself. So I'm trying to be accommodating both in the morning time, my time, and evening time, so you can choose the time for yourself. So that's what is going to happen in March. We're working really hard to open up for you, to restructure the way I do business, and to make sure that you guys have access to me. Announcement over. Okay, let's just start talking about this webinar and why it's so important to me and why you need to come. This is what I have been doing for the past few weeks. I've been coming live here every day to make sure that you guys know who I am. Hold on. Getting thirsty in the morning. So you guys know who I am. So you guys know how I work. So you guys know what my message is. So you guys know where I stand and what my belief is when it comes to relationships, love, and life. And I cannot stress this stronger than anything else before you even start looking for other tips and tricks of how to entice men, how to talk to them, how to change their communication, how to set up your standards, your boundaries, your non-negotiables. All of that will come once you will decide that you are no longer seeking for relationships for the sake of relationships, that you are a mature woman who is seeking grown-up relationship that will withhold time until the death do us part, for those who want to be forever in a relationship, which I assume you do. That's why you're here. I don't do casual encounters. If they happen, we deal with them to get you back into the ultimate goal, which is pairing up with one man who will want to grow old with you for the rest of your life, if you choose so. Okay, so this is my goal. And I want to make you so sensitive about that no matter what, no matter who you are, no matter if you're introvert, if you're extrovert, if you're younger, if you're older, if you're working, if you're not working, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a career woman, doesn't matter. None of this matter. A religion association, political associations, you have kids, no kids, want kids, don't want kids, none of this is all of that is 100% secondary. 100% secondary. His income, his career, his education, his mindset, his mindset is important, but his looks, none of that is as important as you choosing to be grown up, seeking grown up men for grown up relationships. Period. If you don't choose that, if you do not choose that first and foremost, none of these other things will make any dent in your life, in your seeking, in your experience at all. You will not be able to figure it out, because even if someone will show up exactly how you want it, good looking, with good job, with good money, with good education, treating you right, and wanting children when you want children at the same time, lifestyle similar, all of that will be phenomenal. But if you both, or one of you, is not in a grown-up state of mind, all of that will be shadowed with the mindset that will be prolonging for years, because those are wounds. Those are untreated wounds of a childhood that one of you is not taking responsibility for. So unless you decide, I no longer am interested in relationships with non-grown-up people, okay, I don't want to call them children, but non-grown-up people, I am no longer interested. You have to make that decision. I cannot make that decision for you. You have to make that decision. And the second you see the traits of someone's childhood wounds and that person not taking responsibility for it, which I will teach you, obviously, okay, then you're out. That's when you are wasting your time. You're wasting your time on people who are not willing to take responsibility for their own life. You're wasting your time on men who are not willing to look into the wounds that are dictating the way they think. Those are men who basically bury that painful past, and they don't want to look at it because they think they can overcome it with their own bravado, with their own ego, with their own money or career or whatever. And yet deep inside, they keep repeating the same patterns of the wounded child that is only making you confused, making you hurt, and making you constantly question yourself. You don't need this. You don't need this. And it all starts with the decision. I no longer want to be in relationships with non-grown-up people. Period. I even decided that I don't want in my life friends who are non-grown-up. I am no longer patient enough at my age to have friends who didn't take responsibility for their own life, for their own grown adulthood. I am no longer interested in that. Those people, they drain me. Those people, I am not on the same wavelength. We are not seeing the world from the same lens. And I constantly feel like I have to cuddle them, heal them, support them in a way that, oh my God, don't worry. I'm no longer going to be somebody else's mommy just because I am a grown up and they are not, okay? No matter who they are. So that's the first thing that I'm pounding, and I'm probably not gonna go away from that topic ever, okay? I think this is going to be my core message that I will be pounding until I'm blue in my face, until every woman around me who comes to my world knows that this is bottom line. We cannot have any other classes. I cannot teach you his mindset. I cannot teach you his language. I cannot teach you his viewpoint from the man's perspective unless you know that this has to be a grown man and you're a grown woman. There's no point of teaching you how men are communicating if you are still in your childhood wounds, if you're still making decisions on your childhood threats. So yeah, this is not going to be something I will allow in my world. So the responsibility lies in you. I can teach you great shit. And I'm going to be canceled one day for the language, but I'm going to teach you such a phenomenal approach to relationship and men. You will have such a fantastic experience in your marriage, in your partnership, in your relationship with a man if you choose not to get married. You will have such a juicy that you don't even know it's possible. I mean, you probably have seen it in movies, in books, in some Hollywood romanticized version of relationship. It is possible. It is possible. Believe me. And no, it doesn't start with a great man. It starts with you. You need to make that decision that you don't allow other men than great men. You don't. And the great man is not something you can see. It's something you can experience. So no, you cannot dismiss men based on what they have on the resume and how they look. This is not how we choose men. Because if you choose men that way, then you're choosing them from the wounded girl position. And that is already lost position. So again, it starts with you. Make a decision that you are no longer entertaining and you're no longer available for anyone who is non-grown up. Hi, darling. Hi, Ola. I'm gonna wait for you. So this is bottom line, and this is the absolute base of my teachings. And without this, we cannot move any farther. I cannot teach you boundaries unless you are grown up. I cannot show you how to respect somebody else's boundaries or enforce yours if you do not choose to be a grown up and only accept grown ups. You can't. It's just simply not possible. I cannot teach you about compatibility unless you choose to be grown up. Oh my God, long time no see, dear. Yes, darling, it's been forever. Busy people. I'm surrounded with women who are so on fire, who are changing the world. So yeah, when we see each other on live, every once in a while it feels like forever because we've been doing so much. So yeah, I am surrounded with women who are ambitious, who are driven, who are passionate, who want to change the world, who have something to say, who have something to do, and who actually are showing up for the rest of us. And yet, they don't know how to show up for their own love life because it feels like that's the place that you should relax. It is the place you should relax, but you can only relax if you choose to be a what? Grown up. That's right. So this is what I am going to pound and pound and pound again. And if you want to come and hear more about this, March 1st is when my webinar will happen for free. You have to show up, and that's when we'll go into detail so you can literally recognize your own traits and you can recognize your somebody else's traits if you are meeting on the grown-up level. I've told you that already, but I love the approach you provide for us as a mentor. That is so adorable. Thank you so much. I really love that. I decided that I'm going to read comments now because before I was getting distracted, so I was trying to deliver the message. Now I actually do want to interact with you, so feel free to comment anytime. Feel free to come for live anytime. Comment later. I will interact with you. Whew. I feel I'm getting so passionate about that, making you believe that being grown up is the place to be, that I speak faster and faster and faster. And when I speak faster, I don't think you can understand me because I lose my English, I lose my pronunciation, I lose my grammar. But like I said, my content is going to reflect all that. Go check my Instagram. That's when I'm going to have tons of reels and posts and carousels so you can actually start opening your eyes where this is coming from. Is it possible that you might be in that? Even if you don't believe it. Even if you feel that, wait a minute, I am a grown-up. Look at the career I made. Look at the business I built. Look at this multi-million company that I own. True, you may actually make a grown-up decisions in all of these places. So ask yourself, why am I still single? Am I approaching relationships from completely different perspective because I want to take off my CEO hat and be a little girl and have someone to love me, someone to cuddle me, someone to tell me everything will be okay, someone to take care of me and make decisions for me? Because that's what we usually crave when we have this huge go-getter hat all day long. So I invite you for that webinar because you will learn a great deal. It will change a little bit of the perspective that you have right now, and you will see the world differently. That's what I highly, highly recommend. So come back tomorrow, 9 o'clock every morning. And like I said, I'm gonna interact with you, we can chat, and we can get to know each other better.